Hello friends, D23 has come and gone and shown us a lot of footage from pretty much every movie we care about for the rest of the year because Disney owns everything. Our intrepid Aaron Couch was actually there in person. He's gonna break down everything that he saw and everything we should be excited about at the end of 2019.
What's cool is that you've seen some of this too, even though you didn't go there. Rise of Skywalker has been released now.
Yeah, it's like I was there.
Yeah, you didn't need to do the work that I did. But yeah, so what did you think of Rise of Skywalker? The panel opened up Saturday's presentation with a bang.
Yes.
JJ came out, he said, no trailer, but here you go, guys.
Yeah, but we saw footage, sort of. We saw a lot of old footage from movies.
And then about 10 seconds of new stuff.
Right. We saw Rey and Kylo Ren fighting again for the 85th time, and we're supposed to be excited about that for some reason. And
it's exciting.
Is it exciting?
Yeah.
She's beat him twice already in the two other films. What is the drama that is in this new Star Wars film?
Well, will she turn bad? We saw that at the very end.
No.
Okay, yeah, it's clearly a dream sequence, right?
Yes.
That played extremely well in the crowd. You know, at D23, it's 7,000 fans. The cast is up there. It's a whole different experience than watching it on your smartphone. So that, I assure you, did play very well.
Of those 7,000 fans, did anyone actually believe that Rey is going to be a Sith?
Yeah, I mean, I think that you don't have time to really think about it because then they move on to the next thing. I think like Kevin Feige comes out 10 seconds later. That's how fast and how well produced D23 is. So I didn't even stop to think about it until afterwards. Wait a second, that's not real.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Disney.
The day before, it was all about Disney Plus, and Mandalorian is basically the flagship show.
Okay.
I mean, that's the entire selling point of this platform is Star Wars is not gonna be on the big screen for 3 years after Rise of Skywalker, but there are gonna be a lot of shows on Disney Plus.
So Star Wars isn't going away.
Yeah.
We still have a lot of Star Wars going on.
Yeah. Yeah.
The Mandalorian is one I am excited about. According to our hypometer, I'm very excited about it. Mandalorian stars Pedro Pascal, Gina Carano, Werner Herzog, the raddest dude in the entire world.
Carl Weathers, that's what I'm
Yes,
about.
also very excited
That's
for
amazing in this, yeah.
What was the reaction like in the crowd when they showed footage from The Mandalorian?
Well, you know, it was strong. Kathy Kennedy, Lucasfilm president, she pointed out these shows are going to look just as good as they do as the big screen.
Well, from
movies.
the footage, it did look.
And it really did. Even on the big screen, it held up. It looked as good as Rogue One, which was a spectacular-looking movie.
Right.
But The Mandalorian was not the high point. At the very end of the panel, Ewan McGregor comes out to finally confirm he is playing Obi-Wan again. Now we've known this for a couple weeks, but to hear the man say it after years and years of going, oh, it'd be nice to finally confirm it. And they had a little skit.
Like a summer camp?
Yeah, basically he instructed Kathy, ask me if I'm gonna play Obi-Wan again. And she asks him, he goes, yes. And then that was the loudest applause I heard the entire time at D23. I mean, that topped anybody else coming out, any of the Marvel stars, any of the Star Wars Rise of Skywalker stars, that was it. So that shows you how much people care about this guy.
Shocking too, based on how Solo kind of underperformed, that people are still very excited about other old characters kind of coming back. It's the actual character.
Yeah, you're not having some kid, no offense, but yeah.
According to our hypometer, Aaron, where would you say?
Yeah, I mean, that's at the top of the hypometer. Absolutely.
We also saw a lot from Marvel and from Disney Plus shows coming up. Actually, let's start off with the film side. Let's talk a little bit about Black Widow, because this was a film that I feel people weren't as excited about coming off of, Endgame and other really big Marvel properties. This seems a little bit smaller. It's kind of a throwback, but the footage that you saw, you said, made you a little bit more excited about it.
Not just more, I mean, extremely excited because I was thinking, I don't want to see a prequel. I want things to go forward, But I thought this footage looked like Mission Impossible Fallout plus Winter Soldier.
Wow.
With a lot more vodka drinking, Like the scope of this I was really shocked by just how Mission Impossible, just different shots of European cities, the action. The footage we saw starts off with Natasha Romanoff basically fighting to the death in a small apartment with her sister, played by Florence Pugh. And it was some of the best fight choreography I've seen in the MCU. It was crazy.
That's good. It feels more than like the Captain America throwbacks, like those spy films, lots of practical fights in it.
Yeah, absolutely. We didn't really see anything else of any of the other movies. We had Ryan Coogler come out and announce the Black Panther 2 date.
But we have a date.
Yeah.
Which gets the hypometer way up there.
Yeah, 2022, so.
That makes it a little bit far.
Yeah, it's more than 4 years apart, but that shows, okay, I love it. They're not just rushing it up.
Right.
Coogler would not reveal the title, which makes me think, it's not Black Panther 2, but that title will probably reveal something exciting.
Yeah.
Black Panther and Wolverine. No, I'm just kidding, but yeah.
Don't tease me like that. We also had a whole bunch of Disney Plus shows, some of which we knew about a little bit beforehand, but other ones were big surprises to us. One of the ones was a big surprise to me was a Moon Knight
I mean, Moon Knight has a great costume.
He does.
He has a lot of personal struggles. So I don't know. I really don't know what to think of this show other than people are excited about it because the people that know him love him.
Yeah, he's kind of a cult favorite.
I don't really
hero,
know a lot about him, I have to admit.
I'm getting that from you. Do you know a little bit about She-Hulk, though? Because we also know that She-Hulk is coming.
She-Hulk actually seemed to be, just reading the tea leaves, the one that Feige may have been most excited about.
Really? That says something.
He was talking about, so she's Bruce Banner's cousin, she's a lawyer. In the comics, she got a blood transfusion from Bruce Banner, and that's why she's She-Hulk. You know, Bruce should have said, hey, you know.
Maybe this isn't a great idea.
Yeah.
Or maybe she wanted to be a giant green rage monster, and it was a good idea.
Yeah. And then we have Miss Marvel, who is Marvel's first Muslim character, or a superhero. She's a teenager, and Feige confirmed, listen, she's not only in the show, she's gonna show up in the movies too, which is, again, showing this is not the days of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and Netflix. Like, these things actually are connected, despite years of them saying everything's connected.
Right.
It actually is now.
These matter.
Yeah, these actually matter. Yeah.
Speaking of the movies, we also revealed that Kit Harington is going to be in the Eternals, alongside former Game of Thrones co-star Richard Madden.
Yeah.
So we're getting a lot of Game of Thrones in this new film.
Right, exactly. And you know, those guys, they haven't been together since the pilot? Isn't that when
Yeah, probably when they split up.
Yeah, so it's not like they really have had a lot of screen time together, so that's cool.
No, but it's a reunion for us fans who care about the Starks.
Yeah.
So according to my hypometer, I'm very hyped about that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of other footage shown because Disney owns every property on the planet. One of the ones that maybe was a surprise to me only in that it was so exciting to people in the room was the Mulan.
Right, you know, because often at Comic-Con or D23, you want to see the stuff that has never had a trailer before. We've had a Mulan trailer, so I wasn't expecting that much from it, but they showed an extended scene, they showed a lengthy sizzle reel, and that was actually the one that was kind of getting people teared up in the room. It was really quite emotional. You know, the star of that movie is kind of embroiled in controversy right now, so she was not there, but you know, Disney, they're very good at kind of just putting a sheen on everything, glossy, you know, oh, there's no controversy
Disney
going
magic.
on, come see this movie. So it played really, really well.
That's shocking also because there's so many Disney remakes. They're making tons of money, but people don't seem to be excited about them when you talk to them. So Mulan may be bucking that trend a little bit.
Yeah, it did kind of seem like it's really showing you something new versus maybe, you know, sometimes those movies are seen as kind of a shot by shot, but this really had just some special extra stuff. Yeah.
There was another one that was one of the bigger surprises, I think, was Raya and the Last Dragon, which is a new Disney animation animated film.
That was the biggest news to come out of it, you know, out of Disney animation, because it was a totally new project. You know, East Asian inspired, and the animation, which hasn't been released online, it really did look different. It was quite beautiful. So they know what they're doing.
What would you say the hypometer falls on Raya and the Last
Well,
Dragon?
I would say that the hypometer externally is not very high because people, if you haven't gotten to see it, you don't know.
Right.
You know? But I think once that starts coming out, once the trailers come out,
It's gonna break the hypometer.
Yeah.
The last bit of real news that came out, and this was shocking for a couple of reasons, seeing as how the news that preceded it that week was that Tom Holland showed up on stage. Tom Holland, who is still Spider-Man, but not in the MCU anymore as Spider-Man.
Yeah. And he was there with Chris Pratt. They were promoting Onward.
Yep. Another animated film.
Yeah, and so we're waiting the entire time. Is Tom going to say anything? You know, he's just bantering with Chris Pratt. You know, behind me, I heard people chant "Save Spider-Man," a few of them. So I was thinking, oh, is this going to be a moment? Nothing happens. They show the footage, looks great. Okay, that's it. No, Tom comes back out and he kind of gives just a little acknowledgement. You know, it's been a crazy week, but I'm really grateful. I love you guys 3000. And people went nuts. And later, he and Kevin Feige both gave little tiny interviews to Entertainment Weekly, and they were both very gracious, you know. Holland said, yeah, I'm gonna still play him, it's still gonna be awesome. And Feige said, we knew this wasn't going to be forever, you know, I'm really proud of what we did. So a very classy statement, you know. At the same time, why'd you put that cliffhanger in if you know, he said,
yeah,
we told the story we wanted. So I think he's being kind of nice there, but I don't.
Maybe they're sort of hedging it because they're still trying to smooth things over and we can invite Spidey back into the MCU.
Yeah, you never know. That could happen.
Now our hypometer fell all the way back down.
Yeah.
It broke the other way. Well, a lot of things happened at D23. A lot of them were covered by Aaron and the rest of the fantastic Hollywood Reporter team. So if you guys want to check that stuff out, it's all over the website. We want to know what you were most excited about though, so let us know in the comments right down there. Don't forget to subscribe and join us here every Friday morning for new episodes of Heat Vision Breakdown. I know this didn't come out on a Friday though. Yeah?
Calendars. You got it.